So good morning, everyone. So I hope you have enjoyed your puja vacation greatly. So as you know that before puja vacation, we have just ended our discussion of with the topic of how we can handle strings or how we can manipulate strings in C++. Okay. We have also performed one lab. I have also given one lab assignment that you have already submitted. I hope so. Lab assignment 7, which is based on the string in C++, how we can handle string or how we can manipulate string in C++. So, uh, so I hope that you have no doubt or in or no problem regarding that manipulation of a string. So if you have any kind of problem regarding that string manipulation, you can tell me, or otherwise I will show you one topic which um, I have actually leave to you for the preparation by yourself, and I have already uploaded the topic in your Google Classroom. If you see that I have uploaded one topic on this pointer, THIS, this. I have uploaded that topic on these pointers in your classroom, Google Classroom, and also I have uploaded some uh, tutorials or and some program codes regarding this pointer in your Google Classroom for your own preparation or home preparation. So I would like to just discuss some few important points regarding this pointer uh, for those who couldn't clarify or who couldn't learn that topic until now for them. So if anyone has any kind of problem in string handling, you can ask me, or I will start the basic discussion on this pointer in C++. Anyone has any doubt, any problem in manipulation of a string, or shall I start this pointer? Give me your response. Anyone has any doubt regarding string handling in C++? If there is
No,
no
sir.
doubt, then I can start
No,
this
sir.
pointer. Okay. Okay. So let me share the screen first. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So let me first tell you what is this pointer. Then I will show you some important codes in C++ where uh, we can use or where we have applied the concept of this pointer to make our program more effective or more efficient. Okay. So this is one of the keyword in C++. There are several basic keywords. All of you know that we have already learned several keywords in C++. So this is among one of the unique keyword in C++, which is used to represent an object that invokes a member function. What I've said, this is one of the unique keyword in C++, which is mainly responsible to represent an object that invokes a member functions. So this is just working like a pointer. That's why it is called this pointer. This is just working like a pointer. That's why it is called this pointer. Okay. The keyword name is this, THIS. Okay. So whose main responsibility is it is used to retrieve the objects x hidden by the local variable x. So based on this program where we have used a local variable which is integer type, that is x, how this pointer is used to retrieve that object's x hidden by the another local variable x, that we have seen here. Okay, we will see here. So this is a pointer that points to the object for which this function was called. Okay, so this is a pointer that points to the object for which this function was called. So as for example, suppose there is a function called, suppose let me show you that example. Suppose there is a function called a dot max. Suppose this function call, sorry, this should be a dot, a dot max. this function called statement exists in your program. So this function call statement set the pointer this to the address of this object A. So here, which one is the object? A is the object, and which one is the function name? Max is a function name. So how we can call a function of a class by using the object and followed by the dot operator, that all of you know that. So A is the object, okay, and this is a dot operator, and this is a max function which I am going to call by using this object and dot operator from a class. Okay, rest of the code I didn't show you. I just show you the important part, whether this pointer is actually working. So this pointer will set the pointer to the address of the object A. Okay, and the starting address is same as the address of the first variable in the class structure. So this pointer is always points to the current object or the starting address of the first variable in the class structure. So this unique pointer is automatically passed to a member function when it is called, and the pointer this acts as an implicit argument to all the member functions. So we can say like this. So suppose we have a class. Let's say we have defined one class. Suppose we have defined one class. Suppose ABC. Okay. Now within this class, suppose we have declared one variable. Suppose int A. Just declare it. Then you can write any number of statement after this. So I just skip those statement. These are class definition, right? We will consider it as a class definition. Now suppose this int A is actually working like a private variable because I didn't define it as a public. So this private variable A can be used directly inside a member function. And suppose we can define the private variable value as suppose 1, 2, 3. Suppose we can define the value, and we can also use the same statement A equal to 1, 2, 3 by using the this operator. How we can define it? In this way. A similar job. This statement is equivalent to this statement. Both are similar. Okay, you can use either or these two statement. So this is working like a pointer. I hope all of you understood this sign already. You know this sign is a referencing sign. So this arrow or referencing sign, then the local variable A, which you have defined for this class ABC, and now you can this pointer points to the current variable A. Okay, and now you are able to access the give the value of the variable. So generally what we actually do, if we are not using this pointer and if we are trying to access the variable A from the class ABC, what we should do? If the variable A, suppose it is a public variable, we have to first create the object of class ABC. All of you know that. And by the help of this object, we are able to give the value of the variable A in this way. So we can just omit such an object creation operation. We can directly access the value, or we can directly initialize the value of the variable A by using the this pointer. And this is the way of how we can initialize the value of A by using the this pointer. So this is just working like a current object. Okay. So from this we can from this example we can see that the pointer this is explicitly defined, and we have implicitly using this pointer this when overloading the operator using the member function. Okay, so let's take one more example. Take this program. So here in this program, a local variable is same as a member's name. So we will uh, define a class test. Okay. Now within this class, we have defined one local variable which is private in nature, that is integer type x. Now within the same class, we have defined a public member function set x, where we have passed int x as an argument. Okay. And we are accessing this local variable by using this pointer. That means accessing means we actually initialize the local variable x by using this pointer, which I have already shown in this below example. I hope this thing is clear to you, how we can use this pointer. So here this pointer is actually used to retrieve the objects x hidden by the local variable x. So apart from this, we have one more function, okay, where we actually printed the value of x. So whatever value we are passing, while you are calling the function, whatever value you are passing as the argument of this function set x, that value will be assigned by the local variable x or by the instance variable x with the help of this pointer. So here in the main method, you are going to create an object obj of the test class, and this x you have given some value. Okay, by the help of this object, you are invoking or calling the set x function of the test class, and you are just passing that value. So you can directly pass the value 20 from here, the same thing, or you can initialize the value in a different statement and then pass the local variable x, which is equivalent to 20. So this 20 will be passed as a argument of this local variable of set x function under the class test, and that will be assigned by the help of the this pointer or the current pointer object x. So in the void print statement, we simply print the value of x that becomes 20. So here in the next statement, we actually calling the void print statement, obj.print statement. So if we run this code, we will get the output 20 as the output of x value. Is it clear to everyone? Anyone has any doubt here? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here in this program, we can use this. So this the use of this keyword or the use of this pointer is optional for you, right? It is not mandatory. So some of you can think, why should we use this one? So actually, pointer operation is generally faster operation than a normal variable operations. Okay, so if we do the pointer operation, or if we apply the pointer operation to assign the value of the local variable, then it will be a faster operation compared to a normal assignment. That's why it is preferable to use these for such kind of operations. That is the only advantage of these keywords, but it is optional in nature. Why? Because it is not mandatory. You can either use this pointer operation here to initialize the value of the local variable, or you can use any normal local initialization operation that we have already done in the previous programs for the initialization of the local variable. Now, this is the most simple and basic operation of this keyword, right? Another operation of this keyword as a reference. This is little bit complex operation of this keyword, but this operation is also very important in terms of this pointer. What is the necessity of this operation, this pointer operation as a reference return? Okay, so another important application of this pointer is to return the object it points to. So this operator points to a particular object which we have already learned in the previous case, like this one. X is the object which will be pointed by this operator. So it can also return that object as a reference. How it can return the object as a reference? By using this one, this statement. This is the object reference return. This is the object reference return. Okay, this is the object reference return. Return, then star this. Star means here is a pointer. Okay, so within the start this what do you mean by start this? It is a pointer, or this pointer, which will hold the address of a variable or an object, you can say. Not variable, it actually holds the object of the address of object. So you can consider it like this equal to ampersand object. You can compare it like this, similar way. Okay, so this is a pointer which will hold the address of an object. Okay, so that's why it will, while it will return the value of this object, it will return in terms of start this. So this return start this is actually it is actually defined inside a member function which will return the object that invoke the member function. So these are member function, or you can say a constructor. Here we have defined within a constructor. Constructor is equivalent to a member function, you can say. Okay, so we will make this in a two different statements, so it will be easier for you to understand, right? So let's check the program first. Okay, check out the program first. So we have taken one class test here. Okay. Now within class test, we have defined two private variables, local variables, int x and int y. Now within the public access specifier, we have defined the constructor of this class test. This is the constructor of this class test, right? All of you understand the constructor name should be similar with the class name, and constructor does not have a return type. These are the two basic features of identifying a constructor or differentiating a constructor from a public functions or general methods. So this constructor has two parameters which will be initialized as 0. Okay, these are two parameters which will be initialized 0, and these two parameters equivalent to the two local variables of the class test. Now, just like the previous case in the previous program, we can initialize the local variable x and y by using the this pointer object reference. So this arrow x equal to x and this arrow y equal to y, the similar thing that we have already done in the previous case. So this pointer is used to retrieve the objects x hidden by the local variable x. Okay. So this is actually used to retrieve the objects x hidden by the local variable x. Okay. Now, this is the parameterized constructor, two parameters are passing through it. So when we are calling this constructor, this is a constructor call. All of you, I think you can remember these things. Constructor name followed by your object name. This is a constructor call, and we are passing the values of the two parameters x and y while we are calling this constructor. Okay. Now x becomes 5 and y becomes 5 right now. This is the initialize, but it will be replaced by a constructor called 5, 5. Okay. Now look at this two function. The main objective of how this pointer will return the object it points to, the objective is defined by the help of these two functions. Okay, so this is the second function of the same class under the same class test. Function means is a constructor. A second parameter is constructor. Test ampersand set x. Test ampersand set x and then int a. What do you mean by test ampersand set x? Set x and set y, these two are actually functions working like a function. Set x and set y, these two are working like a functions, but they are actually returning the object. Start this means what I have already told. What do you understand by start this? It is an object, it returns an object. So which object this class will return? That this pointer will return the object of the test class. Let me explain again. This pointer start this represents the object reference return, which will be equivalent to this. This equal to ampersand object. That means it holds the address of the object. Address of object of which class? Address of object of test class, right? So that's why this set x and set y is calling with the object of the test class. This one, obj1. This object of the test class. So that's why the return type should be a class type. If you remember that friend function operation, the similar thing we have already done during the friend function operation. We have actually the friend function returns an object. It does not return any value. It always returns an object. So similarly, this pointer will always return an object reference. That's why it will be held by the corresponding class of that object, right? And ampersand should be given. Why the ampersand should be given? Because it is object reference, so it will hold the ampersand object. That's why ampersand must be given before the class name. Then followed by a simple parameter passing we actually did here. So x will be initialized by the new parameter a, which we have given the value while we are calling set x. Okay. In the similarly, the set y is a function, okay, which has a return type of object type of the test class and which has a local variable integer b, which will be assigned or replacing the old value of y with b, and then this pointer will return the address. And this is the last function. This is a simple function to print function which will use to print the value of x and y, the new value of x and y. That should be 10 and 20. So here I have used a single statement to print both, to call or invoke both set x and set y together by passing the corresponding values of new x and new y. So you can also write this statement in two separate lines. Okay, if you have any understanding problem, then you can write the same statement into two separate lines. The function will be similar. Okay, so chain function calls. Okay, the previous one was chain function. Chaining of function means by the way only one object and multiple dot operators, you are able to call multiple functions one after another. That is called chaining of function call. Chained of function call, which I actually did earlier. This case. Okay, this is called chain of function call. Okay. Now all calls modify the same object as the same object is returned by the reference. So after this function call, when we have modified the objects x and y, this x and y object has been modified here with the new value of a and b, and then we will call the print function to print the modified object x and y. So right now this x and y was not variable anymore. It is actually converted to an object, okay, because with the help of this object reference or this object pointer. Okay. So if we run this code, so we will get a new modified value of x and y, which will be replaced by a new parameters 10 and 20 during the set x and set y call. Okay. So set x and set y are a function which actually returns the object of the class where it has been defined. In which class it has been defined? The test class. Or by which class object this two function has been called? It will actually return the object of that class. So by the test class object obj1 we have called these two function set x and set y. So that's why the return type should be a test type. Okay, and that's why and actually ampersand we have given, so the return type should be an object type. Okay, that's why pointer type, the return type should be a pointer type. So that's why the star this are returned within the function. So this is the work, two types of work of a this pointer. So this is the first type of work, which is simple one. Okay, without returning any objects, it's simply assigning the value of a local variable with the help of the object by the current uh, uh, object of the current this pointer, and this program will represent the return type of this pointer as the object reference. Okay, so this pointer is working like an object reference that returns the object it points to. Okay, so anyone has any doubt? Tell me. Any doubt regarding this program? Do you understand this program? These are very important, and this program is almost similar with the program of friend function, friend class. If you remember, the friend class also has this kind of program. Anyone has any doubt? Tell me.
No, sir.
Clear? Ekdom clear? Is it clear to everyone? If anyone has any
Yes, sir.
doubt, this program needs to understand. Okay, the use of this keyword is very important. In future, you will learn Java, where this pointer, the similar kind of work is there in Java, but in a different way. In Java, the same thing. The this pointer will represent in Java the pointer terms is not there because pointer terms does not exist in Java. In Java, this is called reference. This reference, which will inherently working like a pointer. Okay, but in C++, we will call this as a pointer. Okay, not as a reference. So this is mainly used to represent the to points to the current object. Okay, which is actually doing. It points to the current object. So this x and y are the variables which will be converted or assigned to a current object of x and y. So this arrow x and this arrow y is like a current object. Okay, it's like a current. So while this function is calling actually this current object obj1 is replacing this arrow x and this arrow y separately. So you can consider it implicitly. You can consider it as a obj1 equal to x like this. But you cannot write this obj1 equal to x directly here. Why? Because with the help of this pointer, you are only able to write, because obj1 is an object and x is a variable. So you cannot assign the variable into inside an object because these two are two different types. Okay, so there should be a type mismatching error. Okay, but implicitly you can think this arrow x is working like a current object. And which one is the current object? The test class current object is obj1, by the help of which the this class pointer is actually working, or this class constructor is actually calling. So that's why these are current objects. So implicitly the logic, you have to make your logic strong regarding this pointer. So this is all about the this point. This is one of the important concepts. Sometimes this pointer will come as a short notes, and interviewer will ask the concept of this pointer very frequently. It may be in C++, it may be in Java, but interviewer will ask the concept of this pointer very frequently. Okay. So I hope that you have understood the concept of this pointer here. So let me just 1 second.
We didn't stop at end-to-end IT solutions unique to your organization. We made them secure.
Okay, actually, I'm